Good morning. Today is Wednesday, January the 10th, and the time right now is 10:26 in the morning. Overnight, Wall Street's attempt to rise. This is the second day in which the market attempts to go up after Tuesday's rally from the Monday's low. We can see that equity markets right now is poised to go higher, in my opinion. Just waiting for the confirmation on the inflation front from the CPI number, which will be released tomorrow night, followed by the PPI numbers, which is the Producer Price Index on Friday. So the market is anticipating higher prices going forward, as we can see the price action. However, in the Dow Jones, the market is capped by the disaster by Boeing, which is a component stock of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, because we knew over the weekend that Alaska Airlines have an incident in which their door bolt actually fall off, which create a gapping hole in a plane when it was in mid-flight, and all 737 MAX 9 has been grounded to inspect, and there have come in with many airlines reporting loose bolt in this model itself. So this is weighing on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. However, the market is currently trading at 37,524.08 by closing just a few hours ago. So this is market looking to poise to go higher. But other than Boeing, the other equity index seems to be doing a lot better, and although they did not go beyond, did not close beyond Tuesday's close, Monday's close, sorry, the market is still elevated. We can see the S&P 500 does looks like it's poised to go even higher. Market close at 4,756.5, and the high is not that far away. That high is traded on the first day of 2024, which is 4,793.3. And over in the Nasdaq 100, we also see similar move. The market registered a marginal high compared to Monday's closing. It is closed at 16,678.7, which is not that far away from just under 17,000, which was recorded in the dying days of 2023. So the market looks like it is poised to go even higher. So look out for that as well. And over in Asia, we have a spike in the Nikkei prices. Nikkei went up to a high. This is the highest it have ever been for the last 35 years or so, and the high traded this morning is at 34,380, way above the June high of last year. Okay, so we can see that prices is definitely gunning higher for now, and there's a target here at about 34,720. So look out for that as well. Over in the Hang Seng, the market is still languishing near the low of the market ranges. The low traded last year was at 15,980 in the futures contract traded in a Hong Kong Futures Exchange, and this morning we have a low of 16,079. Based on technical, it should bounce, but we will have to see what happens, because the market sentiment is pretty poor right now in Hong Kong, but it does look like it is likely to go higher. My personal thinking is that it has a potential to go back to trade around the 17,500 levels. And over in the dollar itself, in currency market, hardly anything moved. You can see that the dollar is still ranging, waiting for tomorrow's CPI numbers. So nothing to watch here, because the market has been flat all this week so far. The range traded so far is 102.83 on the top side. The low is 101.62. The other principal currency also have the same activity. We have hardly any kind of movements in the euro versus the dollar. The low is 108.77 and the high is 110 levels so far. So it is likely to trade in between. But my personal opinion is that there's a good chance that it will spike to 110.15 to 110.40 levels before it comes, before it's unraveled. And over in sterling, I have a slightly more bullish outlook in sterling, because I have seen 4 important lows here trading at 126.10, 12 levels, and it had held every single one of this time, the last being last Friday at the release of the non-farm payroll, and the prices do look like there's a chance the market will take out the 128.27 high that we saw in December. Target is about 130, okay? Over in the Aussie market is again very contained between 0.6640 to 0.6750. So the trading range is slightly more than 100 pips, but right now it is just ranging. Over in dollar Canadian, it has a slightly bearish, bullish outtake. We do have a marginal high to 134.13 overnight, and this is actually poised for higher prices. I think there is a good chance the market will test the 136.20 levels. Dollar yen is also ranging after market spike up to 146 and yes, pull back a little bit. I think by and large, I do expect the dollar yen to come off, in my opinion. So do watch out for further erosion in the dollar yen rate. Okay. And as far as precious metal is concerned, we are also seeing very little movement. The market has been trading just marginally above the $2,000 per ounce level, currently at $2,031.55. And this is coming on the back of a base being built around $2,015 to $2,027. I think this base here, which was evident all the way back to mid of December, is still very much in play. And if this market can hold at this level without going below $2,000, I think there's a good chance the market may bounce. However, the larger tendency seems to be a three-way pullback. And if this is the case, I think there's a good chance the market will try the lower end of $1,900 over time. And silver is the same thing. Silver has been very stable ever since it registered a low at $22.67. Again, this is coming on the back of this base here that has been building since middle of December, and that level is $22.50 to $22.75 thereabout. So we can see the low recently is at $22.68. I think this is actually a good case for the market to build, to consolidate before it seeks a new direction. I think the bias is to the upside. So right now I do have a contrarian outlook, or rather a contrasting outlook between silver and gold. Silver being a little bit more bearish, where silver is a little bit more bullish. And over in oil market, the rising tension in the Middle East is definitely benefiting oil prices. We can see oil prices sold off to $70.10 on the Monday, on the back of hedge funds managers engaging in short selling through the futures market in the Intercontinental Exchange as well as in New York Mercantile Exchange. But that has been overshadowed by the rising tension in the Middle East. And also yesterday we get news that Libya, some of the refineries out of action, and that is taking 300,000 barrels a day out for the market. That should be bullish in terms of outlook. And over in Bitcoin, this is the one that we want to watch today, because today is the deadline for one of the 14 applicants for a spot BTC ETF license. Cathy Woods, one of the more prominent fund managers, her company ARK Investment has a joint venture with one of the companies that will see that has a deadline in terms of their application for either approval or rejection by today. So out of 14 applicants, Cathy Woods' ARK Investment will probably be the first one to get an answer as to whether the SEC will or will not approve. Late in New York trading, there was a rumor on X, which is the social media platform previously known as Twitter. There was somebody who hacked into the SEC Twitter account that says that approval was given, and we saw a brief spike to 48,000 before a denial by SEC saying that their X account has been hacked, and they denied any approval has been given to date. And prices came back very swiftly to test the 45,000, and we can see within a very short span of time the market has moved $3,000. So we can see that the market is so pregnant with anticipation that a slight rumor is enough to cause the spike in volatility. Now the key question for us is not knowing whether there will be an approval or not, but let's look at the price. If the market can go and close above the 48,200 levels, which is the high traded on March of 2022, that will be positive. However, if the market closed today at the end of trading below 45,000, that will be bad news. And if it closes below 47,000 and 43,000, that will be even more severe bad news, meaning to say that there's a good chance the market has already reversed, and those who have gone long an expectation of an approval by the SEC for the spot BTC licenses will all have to unwind their position. So this is the danger looking for going forward into today's trading for cryptocurrencies. This is all I have for you. Stay on the alert for news updates on the BTC front. In the meantime, you take care, and I'll come back to you tomorrow with further updates. Bye-bye.